at the beginning I was finding it hard to find inspiration because we were locked inside, but I think it's made me work even harder to find that. I feel like it's like a new revolution. I feel like now is the time where people are actually listening. I don't think that the world is going to be the same, so we need to stop saying, oh, I wish it was how it was, because it's just not going to be like that anyway. And I think that's a positive way of thinking about it. We don't want to go back there. Mum's like my top fan.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
But right now we have another amazing artist in the building, singer-songwriter. Mazz, what are you saying?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always. It's been quite a busy year for you. 3 projects. It's not even the end of the year yet. How come you decided to release so much music?
My first project with Phil, that was just, we got that all out in my summer house and we were just feeling really inspired. The isolation one was to keep me from going absolutely insane in lockdown, and the most recent one was with BBW, and just because we wanted to get something out,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I've been enjoying every single project that you've released.
Thank you.
I was going to actually ask, so you were talking about the isolation tape. You didn't want to go crazy. So was your isolation tape like a symptom of the mass isolation we've all been going through right now?
Yeah, it was like the coping mechanism.
Yeah.
If you could say that, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, so did you start making it as isolation happened then?
Yeah, I literally, all of it was produced by BBW, my producer, and written by me in isolation.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went together.
It was quite early on though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right at the beginning. It was literally like, because I have my studio in my garden, so it was literally like, I was just down there.
Yeah.
Like the whole kind of time, yeah.
Yeah, no, because you must have made that tape really quickly then.
Yeah, we made it in like, maybe just under a month, maybe like 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
The only track that wasn't made in isolation was Sun Can't Shine, but Ramoni wrote that in isolation, like the feature. So
how you been finding the whole coronavirus thing, the whole isolation? How are you handling it?
At first it was calm, and then I had a bit of a like freak out.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to take every day as it comes and just trying to like not get overwhelmed with it. I think it's nice that everyone else is in the same situation. It's not like a personal thing.
It seems to have done wonders for your creativity though.
Yeah, I think it helps me to kind of find things to focus on, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, it means I have to make sure I'm creative, otherwise I'll just go insane.
Yeah. Do you think like it's made you like hone in on like your skills and like you creating?
Yeah, I think it's difficult because in some sense I think at the beginning I was finding it hard to find inspiration because we were locked inside, but I think it's made me work even harder to find that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Kind of look inside yourself more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a great tape. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that you made it so quickly. I kind of thought that you'd made a tape called Isolation and then Isolation just seemed to happen.
Yeah, no, literally, like, I was just like, come on, let's just be kind of cheesy and call it Isolation because it's literally made in isolation.
Yeah, no, it's a great tape. I think you should get into a tune from it. You released a video recently for Screen Time.
I feel fine all the time, something's off, it's not like I'm used to. It makes me crazy how I seem to find you online. I think it's strange, see, I can't seem to switch off this time. Didn't seem to faze me, but these stories drive me crazy, guess I should sit down.
What was the inspiration behind that song?
Again, well, in isolation, but it's also not an isolation problem. Being on your phone too much, being on your phone and being reminded of certain people, not being able to get away from them, even when you're like at home on your own.
Yeah. Do you find that we spend way too much time on our phones?
Completely, it's an actual obsession. Like, I can wholeheartedly say I'm addicted to my phone.
No, same. And I think I tell people that and they're like, oh, I'm not addicted, but you see them all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like because it's not like such a hardcore addiction per se, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, well, it can ruin lives, I suppose, but like it doesn't.
It's normalized.
It's normalized,
everyone
exactly.
is probably addicted to their phone. Well,
yeah.
Most people our age. Anyway.
What's like the highest like screen time you ever had?
Oh, like 15 hours.
15 hours?
Yeah, and that's been recently, and I'm actually confused. Like, I don't understand how it's that high. I don't know if I've been watching YouTube videos or like, what's been going on with that. It's actually horrible.
Must watch like so many podcasts to just be like sitting
Yeah,
there.
I don't understand. Honestly, I wish I could tell you why it's that high.
You've put out 2 collaborative projects
Yeah.
this term. I really want to talk about the first one with rapper Phil called Overcast.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Very
you.
dance influenced,
Yeah.
sort of. Well, there's one dance track, a couple dance.
Dance. Yeah. Kind of D&B, garage.
Yeah. Is that kind of a more? Do you think you can see yourself doing more of that in the future?
Oh, 100%. Like that's like a lot. Like I love that type of music. I absolutely love like doing like liquid and garage, and I love being able to like put my vocals on songs like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I rarely get an opportunity to work with people who like make those beats.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm grateful for Phil. So yeah.
Oh, did he produce it as well?
Yeah, he produced all of Overcast.
Oh, bang
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And he raps on it as
Yeah,
well. Yeah,
yeah.
no. That with you tune, which we're gonna play in a minute, is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah. It's actually one of my favourites as well.
Yeah, like I could see that being like Ibiza or like just some
Yeah.
mad like drum and bass rave or something. Yeah, it's sick. I think we should get into it though. This one's called With You from the project Overcast.
Oops, I did it again. Oops, I didn't pretend. Oops, got with it, still hopped in it. Ooh, what out in the end.
That was called With You, Mazz and Phil, project Overcast. What was the inspiration behind that song?
What was the inspiration behind that one? I don't know. I was more inspired by the beat, and it kind of all just came together. People always ask me like, who's it about? What's it about? But I honestly couldn't tell you. I feel like sometimes I write and it's about like a collection of kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like ending something. That's kind of the main.
Yeah,
it's about.
the main
Yeah.
like. Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like it. To be fair,
Yeah.
it sounds really nice. Like the way your vocals and the beat goes really well together.
Thank you, yeah.
How did you guys come about like making the project together?
So I joined ESC like maybe a year and a half ago. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a year. And that's 7 of us, and me and Phil both in ESC.
Okay.
And we're also like really close friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was like the autumn, November time, and we were just feeling a bit like we hadn't released in a while, feeling like lacking creativity, and we wanted to be more inspired. So we were just spending like every week, nearly every day, going into my studio and like, let's make a project, because we were already in the studio and like we might as well make a project. So yeah.
Banging. Yeah, it can be quite easy like that. What's ESC though?
So ESC is like we're a collective. So
Okay.
it's me, Phil, Loza, C Milano, Kwezi, and Zero, and 4M. So there's 8 of us actually. 2 producers, and then Loza does video. Me, Phil, Kwezi, and C Milano. Well, they rap and I sing.
Does that sound for Escape Plan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I saw that like below all your releases.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask,
yeah.
is that like your label or like?
Yeah. My collective name is Escape Plan.
Why Escape Plan?
Well, I wish Phil and Kwezi were here. But like, I mean, it's self-explanatory, kind of like the escape plan, like escaping, especially like we're all from Canterbury, and it's like, I think they're inspired because they were, feeling quite trapped, and it was like creating some sort of escape plan from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all from Canterbury
Yeah,
then?
we're all from Canterbury.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's kind of mad that you've all just happened to link up though.
Yeah.
Like a little place like Canterbury, you know.
Yeah.
There mustn't be like a lot of room for creativity in there, I assume.
No, I mean, it's up. There's a lot more up and coming artists now in Canterbury, but still like nothing like near how it is in like London.
Yeah.
But if anything, sometimes that's good because you're known for that, and it's like you're the first person doing certain things, and it kind of makes you feel like inspired by that, and you're inspiring other people in Canterbury.
Yeah, like a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly,
thing.
yeah.
Rather than I think that's a better thing than being like a little fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And like establishing roots in Canterbury to then, because we're all moving to London. So.
Yeah. And now you have like social media and stuff like that. Like I can't lie, I actually thought you were from London.
Yeah.
Like, when I spoke to you, but obviously like telling me from Canterbury, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like you don't need to be like from a big city anymore.
No, exactly.
You kind of do your own thing. You also released another project quite recently, actually, like last week.
Yeah.
Retrograde.
Yeah,
Retrograde.
Yeah.
The mixtape. I was gonna say retrograde. The mixtape. Referring to obviously, I I think that has something to do with star signs.
It does, yeah.
Are you a big believer in that?
Yeah, I am. I wouldn't say I'm I'm a believer. I'll say I'm a believer. I like the word retrograde. It's like when Mercury is in retrograde, the world is spinning on like a weird axis. Things are a bit odd. It also means like referring to the past, and I just thought it was quite relevant to the world we're living in now. Like the world is spinning on a weird axis, like everything is a bit weird, and a lot of the stuff we either talk about or the influences in the mixtape are like referring to the past, so like 2000s 90s influences. So
yeah,
that's the inspiration behind the name.
Okay, what's your star sign?
I'm Libra.
Yeah, I wish I knew more,
October,
but I know nothing. Yeah, I'm a Virgo, if that means anything to you.
We're quite close star signs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, would our star signs be friends?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Because I feel like people are like, oh, like, I would never be friends with a Virgo or something. I'm just like, or
I mean, I'm not into it that much where I know it in that sense. But I know my characteristics and certain characteristics of my friends.
Yeah. So you're referring to, like, obviously the world, like, spinning on, like, a really weird axis right now. Yeah. Like, how have you been feeling? Obviously, you know, apart from the coronavirus, there's obviously been other matters.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, obviously everything with the Black Lives Matter as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a new revolution. I feel like now is the time where people are actually listening. And again, like, that's another way that the world is kind of shifting and changing, which is exciting, but it's also quite painful at times, kind of
course.
Bringing up trauma.
Yeah. It's definitely like, but I feel like in order to change, you have to kind of go through that.
You do, 100%.
Pain.
And I'm aware that we're not there yet, so
of course not.
We've got a long way to go, and it's not going to be easy. But I do feel more positive about that.
Yeah, you feel positive for the future, though.
Yeah,
that's nice. I feel like a lot of people I speak to, they don't feel very, you know, positive about what's going on. You know.
I always try to stay positive because otherwise, like, what can I do? Like, otherwise, I just won't be able to kind of.
That's a good mentality to have, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's been wild. Like, it's just been a wild, like, year. Like, I would never have expected it.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
At all. Do you think, like, we're gonna come out of this a lot different, or?
I think, I don't think we'll ever be the same as how we were before.
Yeah.
Pre-corona, George Floyd, everything. I don't think that the world is going to be the same. So we need to stop saying, oh, I wish it was how it was, because it's just not going to be like that anyway. And I think that's a positive way of thinking about it. We don't want to go back there.
No.
I think we've all been like reawakened to a lot of things.
Of course. And I feel like there's definitely changes happening and shifting.
Yeah.
But there's still those like systems in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like capitalism, like the Tory government. So do you think like anything's like there might be certain changes, but do you think anything's really going to change? Do you know what I mean? Government wise, I think that we need to start a revolution.
Obviously it's difficult to say that things will change when that's our government at the moment, but I think that as young people I'm quite inspired by us, and kind of the way I see it is changing like the people immediately near me, so like the people that are our age, and if we can change that, then that's the future. So I'm not even going to bother about the Boris Johnsons of the older people. I'm not even going to think about them.
It's not really your responsibility to
and I think there's so many people who you can't change their mindsets, like they're just so stuck in their ways.
It's so true. And I can imagine somewhere like Canterbury, like you'd find like quite a lot of ignorance. I'm talking from like a London like
so much
bubble right now, because I feel like in London we grow up around like so many different cultures, races, that like I feel like we're like I feel like I sound a bit snobbish, but like we're a bit more open-minded.
100%.
As someone that grew up in maybe like a small town.
Have
you found there's been like have you found to have grown up with like a lot of ignorance being from
so much ignorance, and it's definitely shaped the way that I am today, kind of just every day, like racism or microaggressions and stuff, but also just ignorance in general. Luckily I'm surrounded by a lot of like friends who are either the same background as me or just won't stand for it, but it's not been easy to find my friends like that, and it hasn't been easy to grow up, but it's calm now because I'm in a like circle of people who feel the same way. But growing up wasn't the easiest in such a white, non-diverse middle class area. I can imagine. Because it's just I feel like there needs to be more integration in just like everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like the reason I think the way I think is because
like I grew up in a council estate around so many different people that like when I got to a certain age and like you kind of had to learn what you were kind of told about racism because it's not something you're like it's built within you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of confusing because you're like, well, that doesn't make sense to me because like X, Y, and Z. But I suppose if you're not growing up around the same people and you're just reading the newspaper all the time, that's telling you that these people are bad, then like I don't know, like there needs to be like a certain level of education there. Do you know what I mean?
Education is literally like the main source that needs to be changed. Like we need to decolonize the education system, the curriculum, and it has to start from when you're young, because if you are growing up in these areas and like you said, the places that you're receiving your information is either school or the media who are blatantly trying to perpetuate the divide, then I don't blame them for having ignorant views. Like you can understand why people grow up to think like that. Yeah. It's not like on their shoulders, it shouldn't be on our shoulders, it should be down to kind of changing these systems. Let's
get into the music though, because that's what you're here for the Retrograde mixtape. I want to play over the phone another phone theme tune.
I didn't realize that you could be two-faced. Look in my eyes just to show you've got good faith. I'm stuck pretending I'm in a perfect place. I'm in a perfect.
Do you come from quite like a artsy family then?
Yeah, my mum's creative. She like plays the guitar and sings.
Yeah.
My dad likes music. Like he loves music. He doesn't like sing or anything, thank God. But he like really enjoys music, and that's definitely where I got my like influences from when I was younger.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like hearing music around the house.
Yeah.
What kind of albums did you used to hear?
Lots of reggae, like so much reggae. Yeah. Lots of jazz. I love jazz. Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill.
But it's really sick that you have like that kind of base at home that like they support you and that.
Yeah, definitely. Like that, my family's very supportive of my music.
Yeah.
My mum's like my top fan.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Have they come and seen you live before?
Yeah, my mum's been to so many performances. My dad hasn't because he was staying in. He used to live in Paris. He's only just returned, but I'm sure he'll be at the next one.
Oh, banging. Well, hopefully I'll be at the next one as well. I still haven't seen you. Yeah. Fingers crossed it won't be too long.
Yeah, no. Hopefully I can sort something out for soon.
What's like your favorite venue that you've like performed at?
I performed at Off the Cuff. That was a really nice venue in Brixton.
Okay.
And well, near Brixton. And I can't remember the name of it, but it's this. For the Silk show, it was this really cool shop which is literally by Peckham Rye, like opposite the station. But I don't know the name of the venue.
Oh, Bossy Building.
Yeah, but that was really sick as well. Yeah, like, I just love the vibe of the building. Like it was very like laid back.
Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Shout out your Instagram, Twitter, where people can discover your music.
mazz.zy on Instagram.
On Instagram and on Twitter, Facebook.
I don't really use them.
Calm. Well, find her on Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Tidal, I'm sure it's on.
Yeah, Spotify and all that is Mazz with a capital Z.
I think we should end on one of your songs though, from Isolation. This one's called Pressed by Mazz. Thank you again for coming on. Make sure you guys go check out our music.
Thanks for having me.
Stay blessed, stay beautiful, guys. Peace.
You've done that already, haven't you?
We like different things, and I don't feel a thing when you're in, yeah. What is happening?